Questions for Coach Traylor?
Jeff, what was your message to your team in the locker room after this one?
Our defense was fantastic. They were pretty much dominant. We were emotional. They had 3 penalties that just you can't have. Offensively, we started off really on fire, running the ball, throwing the ball at will. And we're not good enough to overcome penalties, and we're just not good enough. Had a penalty on Houston Thomas down there on our sideline, stopped the drive. Had another penalty on Oscar. Cost us a touchdown. Turned the Mike linebacker loose. Running back didn't check it out before he got out of there. Turned Sam linebacker loose. Almost got him killed again. Then we got beat. You know, offensive linemen will get beat a couple times. That's just part of the game. But you can't be so not spot sound that you just turn a Mike loose and a Sam loose. It's very disappointing. Then we had the fumble as well. And I think it spooked our quarterback, to be honest with you. Special teams wise, we were bad. We were bad on the punt team. We were bad on the field goal team. Kickoff return was good. Did a really good job on that team. And thank God, I think our non-stalkers would have done good. That's our kickoff team. But Tate did a good job kicking it out. We were bad on our Green Beret team, which is our field goal team. It's always good when you can win. But we didn't play very well, to be very honest with you. But you got to celebrate wins. It's hard to win in college football.
Coach, how did you feel about Owen McCown's performance today?
There's some throws there late. He got a little spooked, got out of there a little bit. But I go back to, you just can't turn a Mike linebacker loose or a Sam linebacker loose. You got to be better than that. But yeah, you give the kid time. He's a better athlete than people think he is. He can get out of there, but you can't let people run scot-free. So I have to watch the video, but I don't remember many throws where I just felt like they were bad throws. I thought there was a couple of times late he got off some stuff pretty quickly, because I just think he got spooked. Now, I have not watched the video, and I need to watch that before I speak too strongly on that.
Jeff, you guys talked during the lead up to the year about some of the things you were ramping up through the preseason to be more ready to play, closer to peak form today. As you see the product out in the field, how do you reflect on that effort and how it paid off for you guys?
Well, that wasn't peak form for sure. We got a lot to improve on. So obviously, defense is really good because they're mostly all returners and they're really good. Offensively, I'd say we're a work in progress. And disappointed, on our field goals, honestly, because Chase is a returner. He was really good last year. But there's a new holder, and I didn't think we punted the ball very well, and their punter had the day of all days. I mean, he was smashing that thing. Man. Chris is a really good returner, as you know, but he didn't have a real good day today. But he's going to be fine. We had a guy up 38 yards, which is where he hits it, and he was hitting 60, 65 yarders. And then he did it again, and then he did it again. So guess what? We backed him up. Guess what he did the next time? He shanked it, and it lands and rolls. So it was literally one of those days. The harder you tried, the more you couldn't get out of your own way. Very frustrating day. Very frustrating. Thank God the Roadrunners won. It'd be way different if we hadn't held on. The turnover was the play of the game. Jimmy Wyrick, that's big time. That was big time. He's a wonderful human. Graduated from Stanford, and that was a big time play. I think Stitch recovered it, who's also been playing his tail off as well. There's a couple plays back on defense. We had a miscommunication on the back and slipped out. That was unfortunate, and had a missed tackle. But what a great effort by Elliott to run that thing down. Obviously, we had a busted coverage there on the tight end. That's unfortunate. But we played a ton of people, and but we got a lot to work on. But not peak performance, you're exactly right.
Hey, Coach, can you talk a little bit more about the play of your defense? I know I gave up about 250 yards, but obviously there were some penalties that hurt as well. So if you could just talk more about that.
Yeah, we play a little differently. I mean, we gave up 50 yards rushing. That's on a team that runs the ball that well. But they got some passes on us. But I thought we played really well. The emotional penalties are disappointing. We gave up a 3rd and 14. and we're off the field to a young man that's one of my better people and a really good player, and never seen that before out of him. So we look frustrated, but you got to give a lot of credit to Kennesaw too. Now they played a really good game. They really do. They're very well coached. They do a good job defensively, scheme wise. They got good players too. He did a good job researching all those kids. They're a year older. Much credit to those guys. That quarterback's a dude, and number one's a dude. Those guys can play for us right now.
Jeff, what do you think happened with the Roadrunners rushing game today? Were they doing some stuff up front?
Yeah, I mean, they did do a good job of scheming up some stuff we'd done in the past, and I'm gonna have to watch it. I'm gonna have to watch it. I don't know, Bubba. I mean, they did a good job of their boundary pressures. They did a good job of their field pressures. They did a good job of their internal pressures. And we were close on a lot of them. We just couldn't hit them. And but it'll be good for us to watch. The good thing about playing a game this close is you played the whole game. You know, we had to play the whole game. So that'll be beneficial for us to get to watch the video. But obviously it's very frustrating. When you're a quarterback and they can't protect you well and they can't run the ball very well down the stretch, you know, it's hard to play good back there. But I don't know what that is exactly yet. I identified the Mike coming through, and I identified the Sam coming off the edge. But you know, we're really good at running some of those plays inside zone and counter, and you know, we run inside zone. We kick it with Oscar up in there as well, and we just couldn't get it going. We ran outside zone. We didn't do well there either. So a lot of hard, honest evaluation of what happened. And I thought, if you had to oversimplify this, I felt like we lost momentum, and those penalties just killed us, and we're just not good enough yet. When that other team gets their juices up and we get ours down a little bit, I thought that hurt us. Early, we were pretty excited, and they were pretty down, and we kind of had our way with them. We've got to clean that up. And but the two that did it, I think it was Houston right in front of our bench. I'm not sure which tight end they called it on. And then Oscar. Those are two really good players that have blocked really well for us for a really long time. So it'll be interesting to go back and watch those two calls.
You think you'll see some good things on film? Those first three offensive possessions, you look pretty crisp.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You can't run the last week any better than we did. Got our freshman Luke's out there who can really run, as you can tell, and call Holden on one of the best tight ends I've ever coached. I mean, Leroy's pretty good too, but those two really good blocking tight ends. So we'll watch the video. We'll see. They made a call. It doesn't matter. They called it.
Jeff, how important was it for Owen taking the reins of the starting quarterback job to come out and be as strong as he was on those first few drives, and what did you see in that sequence?
You always want guys to come out and play well, especially when you're a quarterback and everybody talks about that position. So I think it was good for him. He got knocked around. He had to run some. He had to make some contested throws. It wasn't all easy. And he missed some and he made some. So there'll be nobody harder on him than Owen. So we got to do a better job protecting him. Our screen game is good tonight. We worked really hard at that. That's improved. Very disappointed we couldn't get the ball down the field. That just guts me. I think y'all been around me long enough to know that really bothers me. And we couldn't protect him long enough to get it down there. And guess what? That next team coming, they like to come after that quarterback.
Thanks, Jeff.